Hey, how are you showing up in your community and in your world? How are your passions and your purpose and your drive showing up in how you give back? This week on Liz TV, I want to talk about giving and how beneficial that is to your life. So join me. Hey, it's Liz and welcome to Liz TV. So this week I really wanted to talk about the power of giving. And this came into my life really early on. My mom was so beautiful around making sure that we were volunteering and involved in our community and the world at large, realizing that we were so abundant and had so much to give back. So when I think I was 9 or 10, I started volunteering at Children's Hospital as a candy striper with my mom. And those early lessons of really what it meant to get out of my own head, my own life, and give back and give to people that needed it way more than I was at the time, or needing it at the time. That was such a powerful lesson, and it's part of my business plan now. So every year I look at my charitable donations and really look at what I want to stand behind, what I want to become more involved with, what causes or purposes I want to really stand behind and message out to the world so that we can make the world a better place together, because I feel like collectively we are all here to do great things together. And so standing arm to arm in charitable giving is a beautiful way to get involved in your community and the world at large. So whether you're donating your time, which is a beautiful gift, a lot of volunteers donate their time to causes they believe in, or whether it's donating money, we need both, right? So we need to have both the volunteers and the people that can give the money in order for the world to really prosper, for a lot of these organizations to survive. So every year I usually pick one big thing that I'm going to do from a donation, whether it's time or energy or my financial contribution. And this year I chose to get involved with the Vail Valley Foundation, and specifically with Youth Power 365, which is a local organization here in Vail, Colorado, that really helps the youth in our Vail Valley. And because I don't have children of my own, doesn't mean that I don't absolutely love children. I do, and that's where I put a lot of my energy and attention. And especially with this organization, I'm really involved with their Girl Power program, doing the fashion show in the spring. We raise money for that, and it's an empowering program around young girls really stepping into the fullness of who they are. And so this year I was invited to partake in the Star Dancing Gala, which is very similar to Dancing with the Stars, where local celebrities get paired up with other professional dancers and hopefully not make a fool out of ourselves on stage in front of about 900 people on a July evening, which is coming up July 16th. So I chose to do that this year. I really wanted to put myself out there into the public eye in this big way, and also be able to help contribute to the power of what the Youth 365 is doing in our community. So that's just one example, but there's lots of ways you can get involved. And I usually, my methodology around giving is I usually team up with a local organization that I'm really passionate about, because I want to affect my local community, no question about it. Then I look at more of a national, what really is driving me, what's something that I'm feeling so passionate that I want to make sure I get behind and support on a national level. And then I take it a step further and I have an international give. So those 3 levels of giving for me are kind of my legacy giving plan. And I believe that if we actually come at giving from a standpoint of feeding our passion, finding a purpose that speaks so grand to our hearts and our souls, maybe it's an experience that you had, whether it's, a breast cancer situation, or somebody that's become very ill and you want to support a cause that way, or maybe it's just that you're really passionate about what's an organization is doing in the world and you want to get involved. It doesn't matter how you get involved, but I really, really, really hope that you'll consider looking at your life and get more involved. Get more involved on a local level, get more involved on a national level, get more involved on an international level, but find things that feed your passion. I find that this is one of the most gratifying things that I do in my life, is to give back, to give my time, to give my energy, to give my financial contribution, because it makes me feel empowered. It makes me feel inspired that I'm not just doing my little work in my little corner of the world, but I'm really helping affect the world at large. So together, I believe we are here to change. We are here to embrace all of the power of what unity means collectively. So get involved. And if you want to get involved in what I'm doing this year, right below this video, you'll see a link. You can actually vote for me as I approach my Dancing with the Stars, or Star Dancing Gala, as we call it here, on July 16th. Up until that point, you can actually vote for me as a dancer. It's $1 to contribute for one vote, so every dollar is a vote. And you can make a contribution to the Youth Power 365 programs, which I highly recommend getting involved with, especially if you're local in Colorado or in Vail, but even if not, and you just want a fun organization to be proud of what they're doing in the world. So vote for me below this video if you so incline. I would love your votes. There is a People Choice Award that's given to the dancer that collects the most votes. So I'm shooting for that and hoping that I don't fall on my face on Tuesday night for this beautiful event that we raise well over $1 million in one night to give back to, like I said, this amazing charity that's doing so many beautiful things in our valley floor. So support me if you can down below this video, and then really look at your own life. More importantly is to look at what drives you, what's your passion, where do you feel like you can get involved charitably wise, and come into a place of giving. Giving is the most abundant thing we can do in this world, and I believe that the more you give, the more you receive back in your heart, in your soul, in your financial wherewithal. So think about your giving and the power of what giving really means, and get involved. I look forward to seeing you right back here on LizTV, and maybe even a little sneak preview of my dance moves. And we will see you soon. Have a beautiful week.